Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this May 6th. Blue Dot Fever is going around and it's hurting the music industry. It's a new term in the entertainment business, and that's what we're talking about today. If you've ever been on the Ticketmaster website, you've seen the seating map for an arena or stadium, right? The blue dots for every open seat, right? So more and more, unless you're someone like Taylor Swift or Bad Bunny Beyonce, that seating map ends up looking very blue because tickets are not selling. And while there are legitimate reasons for canceling a tour, illness, celebs are having to come up with creative excuses, even though the seating map is very public and it doesn't take long for people to notice and post it on social media. You've heard the names in recent weeks: Post Malone, Meghan Trainor, who blamed her family and said she wanted to focus on raising a baby. More on that in a second. And then just this week, Pussycat Dolls joined the list, being upfront saying it was a sales issue. So for Meghan Trainor, her excuse said, quote, "Juggling a new album launch, preparing for a national tour, and welcoming our new baby girl into our now family of 5 has been overwhelming. I need to put my family first and be present for them at this moment," end quote. Of course, here's the thing, right? It was making news before that ticket sales sucked, and so to save face, presumably, and to potentially not lose money, she scrapped the entire thing. In fact, resellers, the ones who usually sweep up tickets at face value and then gouge raving fans, you've heard about this, they were trying to offload tickets for as low as $10 to some of her shows before the tour was scrapped. So that's just embarrassing. But the easy way out? Blame the family. Post Malone and Jelly Roll were slated to start touring next week, but they too changed things up next week, and they've changed it up. Now it's starting in June with the first 6 dates bumped. But Malone's excuse is similar to the new music thing we just heard from Meghan Trainor. Quote, "Looking at the upcoming schedule, I came to the realization that what we're trying to do and what's possible isn't really lining up. The truth is, I promised y'all beautiful people new music, and I don't have the time to finish it before tour starts. We ain't ready for tour just yet. So I'm making the decision to push the tour back about 3 weeks to get this show down." Now, onlookers checking out ticket sales say it seems coincidental that those first tour stops were doing terribly. In Texas, a local news station, KVIA, had a ticket sales expert who said of Malone, quote, "Why launch another stadium tour? He might need to cancel more dates. No one bought the tickets. They're all priced too high. It's a mess for everyone involved." For the Pussycat Dolls announcement this week, quote, "After taking an honest look at the North American run," what else does that mean? "The cancellation was called, quote, difficult and heartbreaking," end quote, considering it was supposed to be their 20th anniversary tour. But the problem is the OG group had 6 members, but only 3 were taking part. While the trio is still performing here in Los Angeles in June, so they say, their only performances are outside of the country. They say United Kingdom and Europe is still a go. Last week, we talked about One Direction star Zayn Malik scrapping his American tour, and his was seemingly for health reasons, but that would be easier to explain if only a few dates were canceled. You know, they were rescheduled, pushed to when he's better. But for Malik, it does seem suspicious that he scrapped an entire country, but still will hit South American countries where he's more popular, does have bigger fan base. If it was illness, why not reschedule an entire country's dates, right? An entire country has been canceled. Why not make that up? Seems like a good business decision, doesn't it? It doesn't if it's bad ticket sales. So, what are the issues? Well, big part of that, as we know, cost. Are people willing to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars for a concert? Sure. We see it with Taylor Swift. The problem is, how many concerts can people afford to go to every year? 1 or 2 is probably a treat. But with so many artists coming to town, people have to pick and choose where they spend their money. Even more so now with the cost of gas, groceries, and housing through the roof. So there you are. That's Check If You're Celebrity. Look at this. We kind of did like a little sort of a special edition today, all on one just kind of topic. I'm educating you, the entertainment lover. That's Check If Your Celebrity headlines for this Wednesday, May 6th. I'm back tomorrow right here on the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing. guys make the